Hi there, and welcome to this video on Transactions Zip Form Edition. Today, we'll be looking at the new Forms editor, focusing on the basics of how to use it. Let's go ahead and get started. Here is the new Form editor. Before we get into the new features available to you, let's first understand the layout. Taking up most of the screen is the document viewport, where you can view the document that was selected. Next, we have the workspace, which is where you'll be performing all of your actions on a document. Finally, on the right-hand side is the navigational pane, where you can cycle between different features at your disposal. By default, we start on the Forms section. Let's take a closer look at your new workspace. While here in Forms, we can add a document from our transaction just by clicking and dragging it into our workspace. We can remove a document from our workspace by clicking on the X. You can also add a document by clicking on the plus icon. You can add documents from a form library by clicking on the Add button. Next, select Form Libraries. You can select which form library you would like to add from if you have more than one library on your account. You can then add any forms to your workspace simply by clicking on the Add button. We now have multiple documents in our workspace. We can enter information and edit on the fly from one document to another, all within the workspace without having to leave the editor. You can download a document by selecting it and clicking on the download icon. You can also print documents as well. You can quickly send documents for signing from within the Forms editor. Simply click on Prepare Signing, and a pop-up will begin the process of setting up an e-sign package using the method of your choice. That sums up this video on the basics of the new Forms editor for Transactions Zip Form Edition. Hi there, and welcome to this video on Transactions Zip Form Edition. Today, we'll be looking at the new Forms editor, focusing on the advanced features. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're busy working on documents in the workspace, but need to come back to it later, you can keep your progress by clicking on Save. The next time you open up the new Forms editor, you'll get a pop-up asking if you want to open up your previous workspace or start a new one. You can work on different areas of the transaction without having to leave the workspace. Any updates you make will automatically pull through to other forms and relevant areas within the transaction. For example, within Parties, you can view and add new contacts. Just click on Add, then Add New Party, then enter in the information. You can also edit the listing information from within the Forms editor. You can even go so far as to import data by using an MLS listing with our MLS Connect plugin or via tax records with our Record Connect plugin. You can quickly update details regarding an offer under Offer Info. Did you know you can add documents other than forms? If you click on Upload when adding a new document, you can choose to add a document from your computer or drive, such as a PDF. You can also edit PDFs, including rearranging the page order, rotating the view, and deleting unwanted pages. Make quick changes to documents using the Tools tab. For example, you can add a custom text box to a document, or strike out an area of text with a line. You can create and add clauses to your documents within the workspace. In the Clause tab, you can create your own library of clauses which you can quickly add to documentation as you need it. You can even use the new Forms editor to add clauses when making templates that will carry over when applied to transactions. That sums up this video on the advanced features of the new Forms editor for Transactions Zip Form Edition.